Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of the Lions Song Derivation. Thank you for joining us, and let's get in. Vienna Central Station. I think this this is a train. My train. This is my train. You're drunk. Yes, we're all drunk. What is your point? We've been drunk for hours. Didn't you notice? Here now. What's this? We're seeing our friend Theodore off. We've been saying goodbye since. What's today? He's not going anywhere unless he boards this train. Would you like some help with the steps, sir? Leave me be. I'm perfectly capable of climbing a couple steps. By jumps. Is the train moving? Ta-da! Would you like to take your suitcase with you, sir? Very well, if you insist. All aboard for Wiener Neustadt. How funny. Ah, it's snoring. Now he's joining the cabin with the other two gentlemen that we always see early at the beginning stages of each uh, episode. Yeah, I would be laughing too. Sleep it off, sir. Sleep it off. Earlier that afternoon. Excuse me. I'm looking for the radius. I'm not sure that I understand, madam. The mathematician circle? I'm working on this theory of maintained and what would a young woman like you what with such an august group of gentlemen? I'm a mathematician. My theory, it's about no. A woman mathematician? Are you indeed? And I'm the Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Oh, here we go. Wow, we're starting this like this. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I must see Professor Zoller. He's expecting me. He's expecting you here, now, while the radius is in session. No. I doubt that very much. But, madam, this is a cafe. There are patrons lining up behind you to eat. As you have so cleverly deduced, I am a woman. We have certain necessities that we must be seen to more often than men. Madam, really? Does your chic cafe have facilities for such a thing indoors? Of course we do. Just past the bar there. Now please step aside. I have real customers waiting to be seated. Jeez. No one solved it this week. Have you forgotten the theorem? Madam, you cannot be in here. This is a private gathering. My name is Reznazek. I have corresponded with the Professor Zoller. You must be mistaken. These are mathematicians. As am I. Please announce me. My name is Reznazek. Once you understand that, the solution is child's play. Yes, we have dined. Do you know better than... Mumble. Reznazek? I don't recall. Professor Zoller, I'm a mathematician like you. I wrote I wrote to you regarding Den's recent proof about Hilbert's third problem. There's some mistake. This is a private discussion of higher mathematicians. My letter, name-dropping young woman, is not going to get you anywhere. Mathematics is a complex subject of entirely unsuitable for women. Your brains are domestic, not logical. Please escort this woman out, waiter, and see that we are not interrupted again. There. You see? Do you want me to get fired? Please leave at once. Mathematician like me? My gosh. I'm Nicole. Oh, for those of us who joined us through episode 1, this is Nicole. This is Leos's niece. Very cool. I just moved into the suite on the 4th floor. What is your name? I'm Emma Riznicek. I live behind that door you're blocking. My parents are in France. I hate my governess, Frau Schmoll. That's all there is to know about me. I'm sure that isn't all there is to know about you. Well, I'm 9, and my parents are always gone. My father travels all the time for work, and my mother goes with him. Why don't you go too? They say I'm not strong enough, and I need to keep up with my studies. Nicole, it's time for your music lesson. I need to go before Frau Schmoll finds me. It was very nice meeting you. I'm glad you will be my friend. Episode 3, Derivation. Oh. A state of change can be maintained. I'm sure of it. But how can I prove it? Mathematician like me. Oh gosh. Yes, I'm just a woman, but I have a new idea. No one will listen. No one cares. It's the beginning of the proof. I know it is. There has to be a solution. Okay. How to continue. Alright, let's... Hello? Yes. Package for Riznicek. That's me. Thank you. Okay. From the hospital. Oh no. Oh no. Her lip was quivering. She was shaking. I don't want to open that box. A letter. Dear Fraulein Riznicek, we regret to inform you that your father, Jan, succumbed to tuberculosis early Friday morning. As you are aware, his illness was not responding to treatment. And this is the inevitable outcome. We wanted to assure you that he passed away peacefully in his sleep. And just the previous evening, his thoughts were of you. We know you share our belief that he has gone to a better place, where his suffering is finally at an end. As you know, your father requested his clothing and personal effects be kept for you. We have therefore included them in this box. You have our sincere condolences for your loss and sympathy. Joanne Klinger, Senior Physician, Sanatorium, Salzburg, Austria. Yeah. It's your fault, Father. You raised me to believe in myself. You believed in me, but now you're gone. What good is it if no one else does? Hours later. I need to put his things away. I can't make any headway. It's of no use. I have to get to the library. I'm late already. Maybe I could think more clearly. I wasn't drowning in memories. Papa. Vienna University Library. This could indeed be the correct beginning, but how to continue? How can I observe functions of change? Let's see. Maybe... No. Huh. Could have sworn this was the way to the market. I wonder. Women can't be mathematicians. Is it possible I could fool them? But how could I? Father, your clothes. You left them to me. Oh, Father, you left them to me. Okay. Is there anything else? Tomorrow I'll leave the radius speechless. Now the radius will receive a meal. Good day, afternoon, sir. Good day, afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. I believe you are new to our cafe. How can you tell? Oh, I never forget a face. Extraordinary. Well done. How may I assist you? I am Emil. Um, Shell? A visiting mathematician from Berlin. I was told I must introduce myself to the gentleman of the radius. Berlin? How wonderful. Unfortunately, you are the first to arrive. May I wait in the back room? Surely there would be no objection to my waiting in the back room. My dear sir, of course you are welcome to wait for them in the back room. Do you see the door? At the radius, yes. Very clever. Ha! I thank you. I wonder where they got it from. I don't suppose they make these. Oh, Lord. Problem of the week? Keeping their minds active. With puzzles posed by Zoller, no doubt. Intriguing. This week is about the origin of the number pi. Pi. Yeah, I'm with you there. No. I must prove myself by solving this. Pi. The radius. Okay. What are we looking at here? Oh. If I picture it like that, then it becomes fairly obvious. Sure, okay. Pi is the key to the circle. Yes. No, I tell you, it won't work either. The Euler method only works up to a certain point. You never agree with me. Zoller himself couldn't find anything. What have we here? A visitor. You must forgive me, gentlemen. I hope that what I have written here can serve as a calling card. It can indeed, sir. That is quite remarkable. Gernot Zoller, at your service. And you are? I might be saying his name wrong. I am Emil Schell, from the Frederick Wilhelms Universität in Berlin. I thought I knew most of the fellows at the university. But please feel welcome, sir, to the Radius. You obviously belong. I came here looking for help, but these mathematicians, I'm not certain they can help. If they can't, what will I do? I hope my masquerade isn't a waste of time. Interesting. Ahem. Thank you for holding the door. I trust your visit to the Radius was rewarding, Herr Schell. If I could not remember how I was treated, I would not know to mimic it now. Every change in behavior occurs over time. I'm afraid I don't understand mathematics. You are exactly right. It is mathematics. What is your name? Maurice, sir. Maurice. Yes, of course it would be. All maters are named Maurice. Maurice, you are a genius. If only my parents had seen that. Days ago I would not have known what the ladies at the cafe expected of me. But just now I remember that the gentleman who once opened the door for me, my behavior changed. And that change transpired over time. Every change occurs over time. That's it. Of course. Okay. That's it. Knock, knock. Huh? Emma? Am I interrupting? No, of course not. Today, you look much happier. Today, I am happier, Nicole. How are you? The same. I'm always the same. Have your parents returned? No, they've gone to Sweden. Nicole, it's time for your history lesson. History. I hate history. It never changes. Concentrate. Every change occurs over time. So to persevere at a state in that change, I need to know. I need to slow it. I need to know. Slow it down. Where and how? am I missing? Alright, let's try something else. To persevere in a state of change. The change in his thinking came from observations. At first, he was too close, but then he changed his perspective. When did Ludwig see the commonalities between the two books? Let's see. That's it. His change of mind came about in the few hours between Dover and Calais. A change can only be observed in a certain time frame. I need to go home and write this down. I'll quickly put these away. Pardon me. I'm looking for an address. Am I headed in the right direction? Yes, you are. The building is just there. You know someone who lives there? Yes, my niece Nicole. This is Leo's. I visited her a couple times before, but I still get lost in the city. Oh, yeah, I know her. She's my friend. I try to spend as much time with her as I can. That's very kind of you, madam. I'm so glad Nicole has a friend. Thank you. Please tell me, how is she? Is she happy? To be honest, no. You are her uncle, you say. To be honest, no. My sister and her husband travel a great deal. They are looking after her. I've never seen them. Oh dear, I was afraid of that. I must see her. I'll see what I can do. Thank you. Of course. Let's go. Wittgenstein's thinking changed. Okay. He observed the change in a given time frame. A change can only be observed in a given time frame. Of course. I can only see a falling leaf while it's still falling. Time to impress. The Euler method only works up to a certain point. I thought he said that. Nonsense. You probably just made a mistake somewhere. But you... Again, no one can solve the problem? Ah, Shell. Why don't you try your luck with this week's problem? Salar is making them harder every week. Well, of course. So, get to it. Oh. We're trying to find correlations between primes. Numerology. Not my strong suit. Okay. There's something here. Sometimes these straight lines appear. Almost as if the numbers have a certain pattern to them. Interesting. I think they do. He's got it. Rauch actually says something, huh? I extrapolate. Is that a new method of finding primes? It looks conclusive. So again, gentlemen, our guest from Berlin triumphs. The luck of the Germans is with him. Nonsense, our colleague has a gift. That is clear. I agree. It's quite remarkable. Gentlemen. It's only in your company that I flourish. Is he trying to ridicule us? No, you misunderstand. He might have already. He just didn't notice. I assure you. from the hospital, sir. Gentlemen, you must excuse me. Herr Shell, would you like to join me outside? Some sacretort and coffee, perhaps? My treat. That music takes it down a level, doesn't it? Certainly. Here it. For those of us who played through episode 2 with us, this scene looks familiar. Join Nenner. What was that all about? Back in the radius, Zoller's sister is terminally ill with tuberculosis. I'm truly sorry to hear that. My father died of it. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Father always encouraged me, believed in me. I became a mathematician because of him. I'm glad he did. I got to meet you because of him. I'm intrigued by your notions of change, states of change, and the collapse of such states. I admit I'm struggling with it. I might have bitten off more than I can chew. I don't think so. Just wait until we get our cake, and I'll show you what it looks like to bite off more than one can chew. That's funny. If you really feel that way, I probably shouldn't mention it, but this is Zoller's field too. Zoller mentioned that. But he is a proud man, and may be declined to help. I believe he's beginning to consider you a rival. You might try Elric. He has done some similar work. Every time I approach him, he's asleep. Yes, he does enjoy his afternoon naps. A difficult wall to breach. Would you look at my equations? I would value your opinion, if you like. But I assure you, this is outside my expertise. Thank you, Nenner. You are a good friend. Gentlemen, please pardon the intrusion. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Franz Markert. The artist? Sir, this is an honor. What can we do for you? About your friend here, Herr Shell. Emil Shell. You must forgive me, but I have been studying you from across the room. Across the room? You are right in the next seat over. Oh? The layers of you are contradictory somehow. Layers? Contradictory? Not at war with one another, but a duality. Changing. At first I thought one thing, but later I saw another in conflict with the first. Changing, you say? I must paint you. Well, this is what they said the last time when I played it through. I would be honored. Excellent. I present a challenge. You present a challenge I have never faced before. I promise you, I will capture you. My workshop is at Hollandstrasse 10. Please come at your earliest convenience. Gentlemen, pray continue your luncheon. In the beginning. Oh, look at that. He thought differently about me. Then in the end, I must leave now. Go along. I must help myself to another piece of sacretort. The painter. When he first observed me, he thought one thing, but then he changed his mind. Huh? Yes. Every change has an origin and a destination state. A falling leaf starts, still attached to its branch, and just a few moments later, it rests on the ground. Finally, I can build a relation between these states in my theory. It's starting to come together. I can feel it. Now, to meet the painter, but not like this. That's better. Later at the artist workshop. You see far too much, sir. Again, that's a callback to episode 2. Phew, that did not go as I had hoped. You have to divide. Ah, shell. Oliver's out the hospital again. His poor sister. Are you alright? Don't worry about the cough. It's just the smoke. Shell. It's like he's saying, come hither with his hand. Emil, I'm sorry. Your theory? I feel so far out of my depth. I'm drowning in variables. Forgive me, my friend. I appreciate you taking the time. Do you have the papers I gave you? No, don't be angry. I gave them to Zoller. He's your best chance. Haven't you seen the way he studies me now? How many of them do? They watch every move I make. They want to see me trip up. I'm sure you're wrong. I'd like you to address my class. Me? But what could I talk about? Math, you ninny. I wouldn't expect you to expound upon the care and feeding of a Lipizzaner horses. Well, will you do it? Yes, my friend. For you, I will humiliate myself before your students. Magnificent. We'll arrange a date for you to speak. Okay. Nick and Worm argued whether the result of the equation was already found or not. So in a given time frame, a change can... I emphasized the wrong thing. Okay. Be ongoing. At the moment of the observation, the change can either be final or ongoing. Yes. The falling leaf doesn't stop falling just because I stopped looking at it. Why does this equation sound a lot like the Schrodinger's cat thing? Is this the early stages of quantum theory? But where will the change lead? Oh! Nicole! What? I know what this looks like. Yes. The last few weeks, I saw a mister going into your apartment. A lot. I thought you were just having an affair with an impossibly handsome man. I didn't understand why you wouldn't introduce me. It would have been difficult. That's for sure. Nicole, give me a moment to change, then I'll try to explain. I'm not playing dress up. You're not? Emma? What do you want me to call you then? I'm still Emma. But I feel I'm more than that. I know. I'll call you M. That's what you both have in common. M? Huh. I like that. I wish I could go live with Uncle Leos again. We tried it, but he was too busy running the inn. I'm sure he would love you to stay with him. If it were possible. I know. Maybe someday. Right? Where are your parents? New York. Nicole, do you understand why I dress as a man sometimes? I think so. And I won't tell. You can't do what you want to do, either. You can't be who you are. Who you feel you are. It shouldn't matter if you have a dream. Everyone dreams. Everyone should have the right to try and make their dream come true. Look, there's little Gustav. His name means warrior. I wonder if he dreams of being a soldier. He can be if he wants to. No, he told me he dreams of dessert mostly. Why must only men go to war? I don't know. Anyone who has gotten on the wrong side of Frau Kunz there would not want to meet her on the battlefield. There's Miss Dorfel. She's a music student. I bet she dreams of playing in a big concert hall someday. She has a talent a women are allowed to have. But did you know only men can be first violin in an orchestra? Yes. I think we should have lots of dreams. And all of them should come true. That would be wonderful. Wouldn't it? What's the matter? You look funny. What we become. It doesn't have to be a single dream. You're right. In a change? Goodness gracious. In a change, the destination could be a set of states. Nicole, you're a miracle. Nicole, where are you? It's time for your sewing lesson. Sewing, yuck. Oh, little one. Emma, you just saw it. Perfectly formed. Remember, the destination state can be... Oh, here we go. The destination state of observation can be a set of states. Of course. If I turn away while watching the falling leaf, it could land, yes, but it could be picked up by a gust of wind or disintegrate into dust. This sounds very much like the theory of quantum. Not too likely, I'm afraid. Interesting. Oh, Emma, you're almost there. Almost there. Meanwhile, Kara, I need your help. Your advice, once again, my dear sister. Ever since childhood, I have relied on you. I can't stop now. It's this strange Berliner who we have allowed into the radius. He vexes me. Days have turned to weeks, and he shows no signs of leaving us. And he must leave. He is a cancer eating at our little troop. The other fellows resent him. Each time he solves the problem of the weak, I can see the contempt for us in his eyes. And now, this. Nenner gave me Shell's current research. It's my field, after all. But Shell would never ask me for help. No. It's good, Kara. I think I see where he's heading, though. And it's a dead end. I think I could help him, but I hesitate. Why? Because I fear him. I fear he will prove it. He's not there yet. But one day, sooner rather than later, he could cast all my work into shadow. I can't allow that to happen, can I? No, you're right as always. I can't allow it. First, I will appeal to his sense of justice. I may be able to convince him to turn away from this line of research and to return to Berlin. If not, I must defend myself. You understand that, don't you? Your brother, Gernot, must defend his honor. Our family honor. I'll go to him. His address is on these papers Nenner gave me. I'll go. Reason with him. And if he refuses to listen to reason, why, in that case, I'll destroy him. I've never known how to prepare turnips. They're like wood. Ah, you cook? Peculiar. There's a trick, you see. Most people boil the turnips for 40 minutes or so, depending on how big they are, and they leave it at that. That softens them up. But you aren't done yet. If you're not careful, they'll lose their flavor. Another reason why I've avoided them. I don't boil, I roast. I cube the turnips and roast them for the same length of time. There is a secondary step. If you fail to do it, they still not appeal. I'm not convinced. Just wait, hear me out. When the roasted cubes are soft and golden brown, I toss them with some apple cider vinegar and parsley. The vinegar locks in and enhances the flavor. Enhanced wood flavoring? Funny. I don't have time for a secondary step. That sounds like it would take ages. It sounds... Wait. To maintain the flavor, a secondary change is required. Now you have it. Won't you buy one? One? I'll buy a dozen. It's much too hot in here to be dressed like this. Now, what did the vegetable vendor say? He talked about turnips. Turnips. He wouldn't stop going on and on about turnips. Turnips, turnips, turnips. What else? He talked about maintaining a state. Yes. What was it that he had to keep the flavor in the turnips? To maintain a state of change. Another knock at the door. Nicole, I'm glad you're here. Oh, the evil face. We're going to cook turnips. Turnips? You know I hate cooking, Emma. Emma? Shell is that woman? This changes everything. We have no weekly challenge this week because Zoller has lost faith in us. Lost faith in you, possibly. Zoller knows there will always be a place for an applied mathematician like me. Emil, come hither. Will tomorrow evening be convenient? My class meets at 7. Yes, my friend, I will be there. He straight up slammed that door. Shell! I have read your research. It's claptrap. The meanderings of an unfocused, illogical mind. You are wrong, Professor, and I am much further along since I wrote those notes. I can hear the lion song. Call back to 1. I believe I am very close to a solution. And then let us put it to the test, shall we? A debate at the university at your earliest convenience? If you are man enough. Why don't you just outright and say it? Jeez. If you insist, then so be it. You are a fraud, Shell. Your hesitation proves it. I was reading your 15,000 options. I'm speaking to Professor Nenner's class tomorrow evening at 7. Will that be soon enough? That will do nicely. But this should not be confined to Professor Nenner's class. We will debate in the main lecture hall before the mathematics faculty and students of the University of Vienna. Wow. Do you agree? I agree. Do you agree? Do not have a choice. Why, Zoller? You are wrong to do this. All will become clear tomorrow, Nenner. And I promise you will be surprised. And finally, all will be as it should be again. Where is he? Professor Shell appears to be late. I cannot say that I'm entirely surprised. However, we will wait and hope a few more. That was a very dramatic gasp. Professor Shell, at last we see you in your true colors. If that is even your real name. My name is Emma Reknizek. A woman? I'm here to debate mathematics, not gender. Gentlemen, I'm sure you agree this farce should be called off. I disagree, Professor. You are a junior professor. You should take care. We disagree. Let her speak. I am a professor of mathematics. What we teach, what they came to learn. Would you deny them that opportunity? They will learn nothing here from that woman. Then would you deny them the opportunity to learn from you? Who want to learn? I defer to my colleagues. Gentlemen, the last time I checked, this was an institute of learning. May the students learn. Gentlemen, to avoid a revolution, I suggest we let the debate continue. I agree. So be it. This ends now. I've read your sorry attempts to come up with a theory of change. Maintaining a state of change. Preposterous. Is it? What you read was incomplete. I could see that. But where your proof was headed, utterly amateurish. I will disprove your theory. Right here, right now. And I will prove it. Let's begin with the foundations of your, dare I call it, paper. There's a number of things to notice about change. First and foremost, change happens over time. Well, that's obvious. Yet I don't see it on your side. Imagine a falling leaf. It's falling over time. Huh. Ah, so that's what she meant. I knew that, of course. You witnessed it in the during of my writing. The next step, then. Now, hold on just a moment. This point right here, for that to work, you have to establish a range of reference. Not so fast. Is that Professor Elric? I believe so. He's like, Shell once mentioned your exact point, long before you did. He did. That is surprising, nonetheless. Yes, that's from my theory. Well, I can't see it here. Only then can you see the states and every change. Oh, the professor stood up for me. That's cool. The leaf, yes, we know. A change at the moment of observation. At the moment of the observation, a change can be final or ongoing. And your time is almost up. For if the change is indeed ongoing, by the time you finished observing it, it would be final yet ongoing. And that, madam, is what we call a paradox. Oh no. No, M. There it is. Shell. Emma Rignizek is a fraud. What happened? I saw it. She was right about the base change. There must be more to it. Wait a moment. Now. There's a mistake in your thinking. A mistake? If you write it like this, oh please. You're making a fool of yourself. Change your perspective. See? I suppose one could. Let me move over. Let me check that. Look at his fingers counting. If I stop observing it while it is still falling, the leaf might land on the ground, or it could be picked up by a gust of wind. How poetic. So you know something about changing. No wonder. You are constantly changing from one disguise to another. What's that got to do with anything? Wondering what to wear, I bet. Jesus. Your little addendum changes nothing. You're either one or the other. Two states, nothing in between. There can be more than one destination state. That's what I've been trying to say. During the observation, a change can be final or ongoing. We can't be certain of all of the states, but I can prove the existence of such states. Could you move a little? Huh. Oh, this is nonsense. I've read your paper. Your theory has more holes than Gouda cheese. What a cheesy comparison. Your jokes are always cheesy. Enough of this! I know you can't prove it. Your theory was incomplete. You were nowhere close to the proof. A state of change cannot be maintained. It can be maintained. Changing from Emma to Emile, and from Emile to Emma. A secondary inverse change. And Emma, I am Emma and Emile. I am Emma and Emile. I am the proof. No. That isn't. That's brilliant. I respect your effort, Professor. Without Professor Zoller's help, I would never have arrived at the solution to a problem that has haunted me for years. He was courageous enough to risk his reputation and face me in debate in his field. Ask yourselves, how many of you would have been fearless enough to do that? If I were still wearing my top hat, I would have taken it off and saluted him. Now it's time to make peace. Let us be bold in our theories and in who we are, and keep looking for truth with an open mind. Right here. When I looked through that window, it hit me. At the time, I couldn't fathom what would happen, of course. My theory of change, my own change. So this is where Shell began. Yes, this isn't easy for me. But I thank you for not ridiculing me in front of the faculty. But you are a worthy mathematician, Professor Regnizek. But enough dwelling in the past. We have theories to postulate, you and I. I can rely on you for that, no? As long as your theories stay real. God dang it, those jokes. These word plays are not funny. I agree. They're funny in corny ways. Am I being too irrational? Yep, I agree. Wait. Not to worry. I still have time. I still have some more. Jeez, what have I gotten myself into? Oh, very funny. And that wraps up episode 3. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you